So what's up, guys? First off, been a pretty long day, but celebrating a birthday. So someone truly special to me. They've been through a lot, and today was their birthday, 10th, 14. So just having a pretty good day. Awesome day. So, but that was all fun and dandy, and you gotta celebrate, people that you love birthdays, and if you got anybody that's close to you or that you really love, tell them one you love them, and when their birthday come around, make sure you treat them good. That's more important than whatever you buy. So look, I want to get into this really quickly with you guys. I don't want to spend a lot of time on here because maybe I can do a live about this. Maybe tomorrow. Depends on what time gives, how much time I have. But I want to talk about the UCLA Bruins, y'all. Now I touched on this a little bit with all the freshmen leaving, but it appears to be true. It looks like it's a mass exodus. I'm kind of kidding when I say this, a little sarcasm, but maybe not. But I feel like outside of Lauren Betts, nobody is safe. Like Lauren Betts is absolutely staying to play with her sister next season. Lauren Betts is absolutely staying put to play with Sienna Betts next season. And she's the one player you cannot afford to lose. But one or two things has happened here. One or two things have transpired here, and it's imperative to put this out there. Either one, as great as it was to come up with your first Final Four, historical Final Four, you don't want to sugarcoat, or you don't want to look at this like, okay, this is a great accomplishment. We don't need to get better, because then we'd be fooling ourselves, because every year everyone's getting better. Like every year, everyone is striving to get better, especially if you are a top program, renowned program, university known for winning championships or known for getting far into tournaments. Teams that made it as far as they do, periodically on a perennial contender basis, they just continue to, fine-tune oil the machine. So, you look at Connecticut, always, floating around, and then next thing you know, championship. It might be down for a while, but, great teams always rise to the back of the top, rise to the cream. The cream rises to the top. So, you look at the South Carolina, they might go a year, maybe a year, of course a year, but maybe 2 years without a championship. Boom, they're right back at it. Some may say a year. So great programs doing what great programs do. They stay competing for championships. And so when you look at it, UCLA, I think in some ways is doing a good job of not being rocked to sleep. It's fantastic it's phenomenal to make your first ever Final Four. And I think, you got to realize there's deficiencies with this team. Come on, get it out, RC. Wake up. I know you're tired, RC, but come on. Look, so, talking to myself third person. So, it's very important. You need somebody to create a shot. Lauren Betts, as great as she is, she needs to improve upon her game. I thought you saw, a lot of our players get exposed, when they was going up against a championship-savvy team, a team that cuts their teeth on winning national titles. I thought you saw us get exposed. And I feel like, if we would have got through UConn some kind of way, which that wasn't looking like it was going to happen, even though I had faith, it just never happened, never materialized. We got pretty much blasted. So I think even if we would have got past them, the championship pedigree and experience of South Carolina would have been too much for us. Like the lights was just too bright, but also the lights were just too bright. I'm talking too fast. But the lights were also too bright, and the talent discrepancy was evident outside of Lauren Betts. So when I look at this team, definitely changes. I'm not opposed to them, but dang, the changes are insane. Like Kendall Dudley, so promising, but now gone. Same thing with Avery Kane. Alina Arnasalo, I could accept it. Obviously, there's tons of promise with her as well. And then Janiah Barker today is gone. And London Jones. So, in my opinion, and this is something we're going to have to continue to talk about and continue to watch, but Corey Close might not be as safe as she appears to be. And there's some thorough investigation that needs to be done. But like I said, this was a day of just enjoying my friend's birthday. It was such a pleasure to be able to be out with them. But I want to say this, man, like UCLA, it's about getting better. So if we can get players in here that can help, that can be better than what we had before, I got no problems with it. But what are we going to do? Are we going to bring in better players than we had? It remains to be seen. It remains to be talked about, and definitely looking forward to talking more about it. But just wanna drop this video because I'm anxious, but it's gonna take some time to see who we might get back from the portal or what our plans are. But we know we have Sienna Betts coming in, and I know we got 6'3". I can't remember her last name. First name Lena, guard, wing, combo player. So I'm looking like hopefully they are A1 in their approach, in their skill sets, which Sienna definitely is. But I just don't know. I mean, we lost a lot of depth. If you ask me who I'm not shocked by leaving, I'm fine with London Jones leaving. I actually was like, please, London. Like when we lost, I was like, if your name ain't Lauren Betts, pack your bags. So maybe somebody was thinking like how ORC is thinking here. No, let's get you up out of here. Like, yes, you were great to get us to our first Final Four, but you're not gonna be great enough to get us over the hump. And hey, best of the wishes to everybody in the portal, all of them. And let this be also a lesson. And we're gonna talk more about this. We're gonna do a video about this. Kiki Rice, come on now. You see what it is. You see what it is. Like you realize the standard is increasing rapidly. The culture is growing, and so expectations are you got to take the next step. You're really nice. You're really great. You're really good, but in order to be, a timeless player, you got to take that next step in your senior season. And you're one of my favorites, but I can't let you off the hook. So yeah, Kiki Rice, if she gonna stay, which I believe she will, she gonna have an immaculate senior season. But with that, I'm up out of here. We gonna talk more about this. Hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe. I'm out.